There's a story they still tell in northern China about a woman who walked 1,000 miles through snow to find her husband. She found him, but not the way she wanted to. This is the legend of Meng Jiangnu. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand why archaeologists are starting to think she may not have been a legend at all. Stay with me. Qin Shi Huang is building a tomb protected by thousands of life-size clay soldiers. So that should tell you what kind of emperor we're dealing with. Far from the capital, in a quiet village, there's a young woman named Meng Jiangnu. The stories say she was kind, but sharp, too. The kind of woman who could argue with a rice merchant and win. Then one day, she finds a man hiding in her family's garden. Filthy, exhausted, terrified. His name is Qin Shi Huang. He's a scholar, and he's running. The emperor's soldiers are taking every able-bodied man they can find and marching them north to build the wall. Fan didn't want to go, so he ran. And he ran straight into Meng Jiangnu's garden. They fall in love fast, the way people do. When a world is on fire, they get married. 3 days later, soldiers come to the door. They do not ask questions. They do not explain anything. They take him. And just like that, Meng Jiangnu becomes a widow. She just doesn't know it yet. Before we follow her north, I need to fix something. Because almost everything people think they know about the Great Wall is wrong. There is no single Great Wall. There are dozens of walls, built by different emperors, across different dynasties, over more than 2,000 years. The wall you see in postcards, that's the Ming Wall. Pretty, restored, tourist-friendly. But Qin Shi Huang wasn't building that wall. He was building the earlier Qin Wall. Rougher, crueler, mostly compacted earth, built with whatever soldiers could force into place. And here's the part textbooks rush past. When you build something that long, across mountains, deserts, frozen tundra, and rivers, you cannot pay enough people to do it. So you don't pay them. You take them. Imagine this. You're a farmer. You have a wife, 2 kids, a small piece of land. One morning, soldiers ride into your village. They read a name. It's yours. You get 1 hour to say goodbye. You will never see your family again. You walk for months northward, to a mountain where the wind never stops. They hand you a tool. They point at a section of wall, and they tell you this: meet your quota, or the next stone laid. goes on top of you. The death rate was catastrophic. Cold killed them. Starvation killed them. Disease killed them. Falls. Collapsed scaffolding. Exhaustion. And guards killed the men who moved too slowly. There's a phrase from that era that survived in Chinese folk memory. Every stone, a man's bone. And there's one name I want you to remember. Bai Qi. A real conscript whose records still survive. He was 23 years old. Sent north in the third year of Qin Shi Huang's reign. He never came home. His wife petitioned the magistrate 7 times, asking what happened to him. She never got an answer. And there were hundreds of thousands of Bai Qis. Months pass. No letters. No news. Nothing. Winter comes early. Meng Jiangnu sews her husband a coat, thick enough to survive the northern cold. Then she starts walking. North. Always north. Through villages. Through mountain passes. Through snowstorms. Alone. No money. No protection. No certainty he's even alive. And after months of walking, she finally sees it. The wall. Rising out of the mountains like a spine. Endless. Gray. Silent. She finds an overseer. She asks for her husband by name. Fan Shiliang. The overseer looks at her. For just a second. Then he says, he's already in the wall. Meng Jiangnu doesn't scream. She doesn't faint. She sits at the base of the wall. And she cries. The legend says she cries for 3 days. And 3 nights. Her grief becomes so powerful that the wall itself cracks open. And when the stones collapse, bones spill out. Hundreds of them. The remains of the dead trapped inside. The story says she searched through skull after skull, trying to find her husband. And when her blood touched one of the bones, it answered her. She found him. For centuries, people dismissed this as myth. Just folklore. A tragic love story. Then archaeologists started digging, and they found mass graves near sections of the wall. Human remains buried inside construction layers. Signs of starvation. Overwork. Untreated injuries. Now, to be clear, the old story that bones were ground into the mortar is false. But the truth may actually be worse. Workers died on site. Some were buried where they fell. Some may have been buried alive. So when the legend says Meng Jiangnu uncovered bones inside the wall, the legend wasn't lying. It was remembering. The next time you see a photograph of the Great Wall, I want you to remember what's underneath it. Every section of stone was built by somebody. Every meter of that wall cost human lives. Every stone, a man's bone. And maybe that's why this story survived for 2,000 years. Because empires wanted the dead forgotten. But ordinary people refused. Meng Jiangnu became the voice the workers never got to have. The wall isn't just an achievement. It's a confession, written in stone. And the only reason we can still hear it is because one woman refused to stop crying. Stay curious. Stay kind to your dead. I'll see you in the next one.